Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night once again. It is Joey Pinkney back, live and direct with another coffee talk. How's everybody doing out there? My name is Joey Pinkney, and it's been a while since I've done a coffee talk, and let's see, a lot of things have happened, but I'm going to try to stay focused on the one thing that's the most important thing that I have going on right now. One of the most important things I have going on right now. So I finally released a book I have been talking about in some of the previous coffee talks. That book is entitled The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. It's a novelette, about 13,000 words, and it has, I forgot how long the author's note is, but it's a pretty substantial author's note, so it has some bonus material that kind of further explains some of the aspects of the story, some of my past, and how that kind of helped me with certain aspects of the story. So the novelette, The Legend of Tanisha Biggers, it's a spinoff of a previously published story, Swiggers. In Swiggers, I don't know if you remember, but Theodore Roosevelt Washington, aka Teddy, old man hanging out with his friends, kicking in front of a corner store. Now, with this corner store, that was the setting for him telling his jokes and getting to know some of his friends. But there was this one young woman that walked in and out, that came around the corner to go in and out of the corner store, that he flirted with. Now, he's an old man, she's fairly young, so the age difference and a couple other things kind of caused a conflict in Swiggers. The Legend of Tanisha Biggers actually follows that character that he had a little bit of conflict with her own story. But in telling her story, The Legend of Tanisha Biggers also tells the story of the neighborhood in which Teddy lives in, Earlene Jones from Cardinal Rule, and Tanisha. And so, since the story has been broadened out by telling about not only the main character story, Tanisha, but also telling about her neighborhood and giving like a little bit of historical background, and also connecting her by way of relation and by way of friendship association, connecting her and Pee Wee's Market, the owner Pee Wee, and also Teddy. It's a very complex story. It's got a lot of different things going on, and I actually released two versions of it. So it is a standalone version, and then I released an anthology version called The Legend of Tanisha Biggers Deluxe Edition. Now, the Deluxe Edition actually includes the two previously published short stories, Cardinal Rule and Swiggers, and also includes a novelette, The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. The reason why I did that because these three stories are actually related. And when you read them together, you see that Teddy is the thread that strings the three stories together. But together, they actually set up this fictitious neighborhood and this fictitious world that I'm going to build, called The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. called Black Haven. So that's the neighborhood. So the fictitious neighborhood Black Haven is actually it does have some ties and some influences from the neighborhood Whitehaven in Memphis, and I'm from Memphis. A lot of that stuff is explained in the author's note that I was talking about earlier. So I'm very excited about this release. It just came out February 7th, so it's been out about like a week and a half. One of the cool things about it, a little tidbit, is that it has been on the Amazon Hot New Releases for African American literary fiction. I'm very proud of that because both versions have been hovering up and down on that list for the past week and a half. And if you know anything about Amazon lists, sometimes since the lists update hourly and there's a lot of different things going on, a lot of different books being published and different marketing techniques and the algorithms of Amazon and other things used to promote those books, you can pop up anywhere on that chart at any time, and it's really more likely than not that you don't pop up on these charts at all. So I'm pretty excited that it did pop up on the African American literary fiction list for Amazon Hot New Releases. Another thing I'm excited, excuse me for a second, it is coffee talk, so I do have to drink a little coffee during the coffee talk. I don't know if y'all remember that from a couple months ago, but you know. Anyway, another thing that I'm excited about with this publication is that it's been widely distributed this time. I use the publishing service Solar Press. You can go to solarpress.com. Shout out to Phaedra, Dion Fields, Phaedra D. Fields. She is the owner and operator of Solar Press, and she is the publishing service through which I've been publishing my short stories so far, and also this novelette, and the deluxe edition of this novelette. This time we actually went with a wider distribution. Instead of just doing Amazon Kindle, The Legend of Tanisha Biggers is also available on Barnes & Noble Nook, and it's also available on the Kobo ebook reading platform. So I'm pretty excited about that. And if you need more information about those links, you can always go to joeyspen.com/books. Speaking of joeyspen.com, my author website, currently I have 2 blog posts up as of the filming of this video that actually kind of like break down some of the smaller aspects of The Legend of Tanisha Biggers. So check that out. Check out the blog. Check out the book section. If you do go to the book section, you just click on any of the book covers, and it will give you the book description and also some of the buy links for where the books can be purchased and downloaded and read. So that's it, Joey Pinkney, coming at you live and direct for another coffee talk. I had to put myself on a little bit of hiatus so I can get this story out, because I kept doing coffee talks talking about getting the story out and never getting it out. So now that it's out, I'm back doing my coffee talk, back doing my thing. I do appreciate everybody who's been supporting me. Shout out to the 11 beta readers that helped me out with this story. Shout out to my writing partner, Phaedra D. Fields. Shout out to my wife, Nicole Moran Pinkney, supporting me through this project. Shout out to my daughter, DeMargaret Juella Renee Ann Pinkney, who is actually featured in the pictures behind me. So shout out to you, baby. I love you. And that's it. Coffee Talk, signing out.